Hi DIYers, this is Frank at Alarm Grid. We're back in the Alarm Grid video lab working on the 2 gig GC3 self-contained wireless alarm system. And today we'll be programming the Honeywell 5818 M&L. This is a wireless, fully recessed sensor. You can see here it has the profile of the AAA battery that it comes with. And this basically would insert into your door jamb. And then you have the magnet, the small little tiny 3/8 magnet that would go into the door itself. So you need to drill out a 3¼ inch hole for this device, and then insert this into the door. You can then screw this in using the two holes here, and then you can drill out the 3/8 inch hole for the small magnet here. One thing I noticed when opening the box is that and this is actually something that happens with a lot of the new Honeywell sensors. The main sensors in the compartment that you open, depending on which side of the box you open, if you open the side with this in it, you may be searching for the magnet. Excuse me. You may be searching for the magnet and not find where it is. If you open the other end of the box, there's actually a different little compartment down there that you can't see when you open one side. So just keep that in mind when you're opening this box up. And you'll have, so we have, the magnet, or sorry, the sensor, battery, and then we have our tiny little magnet here. So what we'll first do is put our magnet, or our battery right into the sensor. So we'll take a little flathead screwdriver. We can turn this counterclockwise, and then I'll drop the cap on the ground. We have the board here that actually can come right out. This board will come right out of the actual, out of the case. We can put our cap down, and you'll see here we have the positive on this side, so we'll land the positive out, and you can actually document while we're in here. You can see that there's also the serial number listed right here on the inside. So if this ever gets washed out or damaged and you can't view it and you never need it again, you can just open the board up and pull it out from there. So we can put that right back inside there. And we'll take our cap. You can push the cap right in place, turn it clockwise and lock it in. So now we have our sensor with our battery in. We have our magnet right here, so now we have our powered up 5818 M&L, and we're going to program it to the 2 gig GC3. So we'll pop into programming, so we'll hit the home button, back on the 2 gig icon on the top right. 1561 is our installer code by default. If you've changed your installer code, you can go ahead and use that. We'll then hit system configuration, wireless zones. And we've already programmed a few zones here. If you've already done that on your system, just go to the next open slot. Wireless zone 4 is our next open one, so we'll hit edit zone on the bottom right. For the sensor type, this will actually be used on a side door where we will not need an entry delay. So we're going to set that to perimeter, which is type 3. That means that there's no entry or exit delay when the system is armed, and it's active during arm away and arm stay. If you have this on an entry point, like a front door, back door, garage door, any entry point that you'll be coming in and out of and want a delay when the system is armed, then you can use entry exit 1 or entry exit 2. You can set these delay periods in deeper level programming, and we have another video for that which will walk you through setting those delay periods. So we'll keep it on perimeter for now, but again, if this is a delay door for you, then you can keep it. You can put it on entry exit 1 or 2. We can now move down to equipment code. So this is the code mapped to this specific product, the 5818 M&L. This happens to be one that's listed right in the library. So you can either hit the little icon here on the right and scroll down to Honeywell 5818 M&L. Or you can just type in the code, which is 0470. If you're watching this video, you can just basically type that in as you're going through. We have the serial number as the next field here. So as we've shown you in other videos, you can auto-enroll by faulting the sensor. or you can manually enter it. We'll go ahead and auto enroll. So we'll do listening and put this magnet away and back, and it'll show the sensor received. We can then accept that. After you accept it, you can verify on the side of the device the serial number 0673537, so that matches up just fine. Be cognizant when you're learning in devices. If you have any motion detectors that are powered up, they will learn in if they trip and send the signal before this device does. So just keep that in mind. I know in our lab we've had some issues with that, and that's why I've since turned them off. So just keep that in mind so that you don't learn in the wrong device. To avoid that issue, you can just double check the serial number after you enroll it. So we'll hit equipment age is new, sensor loop. We always want to have loop 1 on the 5818 M&L. Transmission delay disabled. So by default, transmission delays are enabled on the GC3. It's a false alarm prevention tactic that outside Alarm Grid don't really agree with. We like that when there's an alarm, it's logged to the central station. There are other security measures, such as setting this to an entry-exit zone and elongating delays, or creating more phone calls to verify alarms before dispatching, that we prefer over holding an alarm at the panel. If you had a situation where there was an alarm and then the panel was compromised during the transmission delay, that signal would never reach the central station, and we would never know, as an alarm company or monitoring station, they would never know. So that's why we disable transmission delay. We can hit voice descriptor is the next section here. So we can hit edit voice descriptor. This will be our side door, so we'll go ahead and start typing. You'll see side here on the top list, and then we'll do door. And you always want to select from that white tab area at the top so that it will voice enunciate from the keypad. If you make a custom word, that's fine. It'll show on alarm.com. It'll show on the keypad. It will not voice enunciate. So sensor reports, we always want to have our sensors reporting out to the central station, unless you just wanted text or emails through alarm.com and no reporting, where you could disable this. Right now we will keep it enabled. Sensors supervised, that means that the panel will supervise this device and make sure that it is in constant communication with the panel. During the supervisory intervals that go out to this device, if the ping does not come back to the system and basically it determines that this is out of sync or just out of range, unable to communicate, you'll get an RF supervision trouble. So we'll keep that enabled. We can hit sensor chime. Here's where we can set this. We already have ding dong number 1 with voice, which is a chime tone generally for doors. I have that on the main entry points on the entry delay doors. So I'll actually set this to ding dong 2, just so we can differentiate when the side door is open. And I'll pretty much use that ding dong 2 with voice enunciation for any of my perimeter doors. And then we can go ahead and return to system config. We'll back out to the home screen. You can verify. This can be a triple check here. Make sure that the serial number is the same, is correct. You have 0673537. We'll show that here as well. Save that. We'll back out to the home screen here. And at this point, we can hold our magnet to the contact and we'll remove it.
Side door.
So you'll see it says it chimes and then voice enunciates at the keypad. We'll close it and it's back to ready to arm. So that's how you program your Honeywell 5818 MNL. If you have any other questions on this product or anything regarding the 2GIG GC3, you can email us at support@alarmgrid.com, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.